It's a week that brought U.S. tension with Iran rising to levels we haven't seen since the late 1970s and the American hostage crisis. The end of the nuclear deal established under the Obama administration now has Iran threatening to expand its weapons program. Tougher sanctions from the United States hurting that country's economy could also provoke Iran's leadership to lash out. Now, things escalated since the death of an American contractor in Baghdad, as well as the attack on the U.S. embassy in Iraq's capital. The United States took the next aggressive move when the president gave the order for a drone strike in Iraq that killed Iranian General Qasem Soleimani. Iran vowed to retaliate after that and did this week. Tuesday, Iran launched missile strikes at two bases in Iraq that house American forces. A defense official told CBS News the United States had warning ahead of time to give troops time to take cover. No injuries to American or Iraqi forces reported from those missile strikes. President Trump went from threatening to target 52 sites in Iran earlier this week to downplaying the possibility of war after Iran's military strikes, but not letting Iran off the hook.
No American or Iraqi lives were lost because of the precautions taken, the dispersal of forces, and an early warning system that worked very well. I salute the incredible skill and courage of America's men and women in uniform. For far too long, all the way back to 1979 to be exact, nations have tolerated Iran's destructive and destabilizing behavior in the Middle East and beyond. Those days are over. Iran has been the leading sponsor of terrorism, and their pursuit of nuclear weapons threatens the civilized world. We will never let that happen.
President Trump also announced more sanctions against Iran. His decision to launch the drone strike that killed General Soleimani brought the latest partisan divide. Democrats question the tactic and the justification. They don't believe the intelligence supports the claim of an imminent threat. Republicans stand by him. I had a few minutes to talk with Iowa Senator Chuck Grassley earlier this week about these developments. Here's that discussion. Well, Senator, how worried are you that the United States is on a path to war with
Iran? We don't often think of it this way, but when you look back to the Islamic Revolution in 1979, and they held dozens and dozens of Americans hostage at that particular time in our embassy for a year and a half or 2 years, I don't know how long it was. And then repeatedly deaths to America, or bombing our embassies in East Africa, or more recently killing an American close to Baghdad. I think you have to assume death to America, death to Israel, that they've had a state of war against us, even though we haven't had a state of war against them for decades. So what we're trying to do is modify that considerably by being reserved in what we do and warning them and using economic sanctions and military might as a very last resort. But when you figure about the general that was just killed, that he has his fingers in many different countries in the Middle East, involved in his Iranian army, involved in supporting a lot of terrorist activities in the Middle East. We are taking just those precautions that are necessary to make sure that Americans don't get killed, and that's the #1 responsibility of the federal government. So if your question gets back to the point, do I think that the death of Soleimani is going to lead to a war with Iran? Not in the sense of a war like Vietnam or even the Iraq and Afghanistan, but is there going to be a necessity for the United States to defend ourselves against terrorism spreading around the world? Then maybe we have to do that. I'll stop with this by saying I just heard the president's speech, and it seems to me that Iran was trying to make a point with their missiles last night, not going against killing Americans, but they want to, for the sake of domestic politics, show that they reacted to our killing of their top general, and the hope is now that they've shown their muscle. That's the end of it, and they'll live more like a civilized nation.
Let me ask one question. I know you're in a hurry, Senator, but what role should Congress play at this point? Should it be up to Congress to reauthorize any military action involving Iran, Iraq, or Afghanistan?
I think it's, if your question is the authority that the president has right now under the War Powers Act of 1973, no. But probably some rewriting of the authority that's been given by Congress going way back 20 years for opportunity in the Middle East. The answer is yes to that. But if your question comes from the standpoint, did the president have the authority to do what he did? Absolutely, under the War Powers Act. And some Democrats are saying, well, they didn't notify us. Well, let me say this, that I've had people that are in the group of 8 that ought to be notified under the 73 law, that when Obama killed bin Laden, some Republicans in that group of 8 were notified after Obama had actually killed bin Laden, and they thanked Obama for doing it. So I don't know why now, under a similar situation, we would have this political controversy going on right now if Obama did the same thing.
My conversation with Chuck Grassley was brief. We hoped for a longer discussion with him, but he wasn't able to with his schedule this week. We certainly appreciate the time we did have with him. Still ahead, Senator Dick Durbin of Illinois weighs in on Iran, how he sees the threat and the options available to address it. For the record.